So ladies and gentlemen, before we go into a negotiation room, we need to think about what we are negotiating. And if we do this consciously, and if you give me the opportunity to work with you for 3 hours, I will give you some sort of an idea of how to become a better negotiator, which is not only important in the business aspect, in business and in those relationships, but it is much more important in personal relationships as well, at home. How we negotiate with our parents, our siblings, husbands, wives. Because what is going to happen is, if we do not negotiate better, our lives are going to get much worse. But if we consciously negotiate better, at least just 1 to 10%, it's going to be a whole new world, a whole new perspective. My first story, I had just got married and I was deeply in love. When you are deeply in love, you do stupid things. I was driving down Wall Road and then my wife said, okay, can I also learn to drive? So like I said, I was deeply in love. I moved out of the driving seat and went into the middle and sat on the passenger seat. And my wife moved on to the driving seat. Then what happened was, okay, so she started, and those people who have driven gear stick shift know that when you put the car onto the gear and you press the accelerator and you release the clutch, the car jumps forward. So that's what happened on that day. And the car went straight into a Prado, which was right in front. So my whole front system cost 200,000 rupees to repair. The Prado, one light was 200. So now what do we do? Okay, now we go to court and get the lawyer, and all the whole circus begins. So now we got the lawyer. The lawyer said he wanted 2,000. So okay, so we said okay, fine, 2,000, we'll pay you the 2,000. Okay, now just hold that story for one moment. So as a chartered secretary, I have to talk to a lot of big lawyers. There was a case and we had to get advice. And we spoke to Desmond De Silva at the time. He passed away, I think, about 10 or 12 years back. Famous President's Counsel. He said he wanted, for his legal charges, he wanted 2,000. So the traffic court lawyer has charged, said, okay, who has gone to law college? He said he wanted 2,000. That was basically 2,000 rupees a day. Desmond De Silva, President's Counsel, who has also gone to law college. Traffic court lawyer has gone to law college, Desmond De Silva has gone to law college. Traffic court lawyer says 2,000 rupees a day. Desmond De Silva says $2,000 an hour. Both have gone to law college. When you want to negotiate, you have to take people into another zone. You need to be able to convince them. To be able to convince them, you need to be able to believe in yourself and give them perspective and a vision. So that is the first step of negotiation, which is very, very important, which will change your life. Now my second and final story. My father had just emptied a 2-liter can of petrol into the car, which was the last bit that was left. My brother took this and put a lighted match into the can. The engulfing flames covered his whole face and the top part of his body. And on that day, if he hadn't closed his eyes, he would have lost his eyesight as well. My younger brother was 7 years old on that day. So if my younger brother was 7 years old, as the older brother, I was 9 years old. Who convinced him to do this? Was me. I said, let's see what happens when we put a match into this petrol can. And he blindly followed. So ladies and gentlemen, I know I have spoken to most of you and made you do things that you want to do, don't want to do. So I have started this journey very, very early. So when you think, okay, I have come, okay, Lami is being a pain and making me do this, or take up this role, or take up this leadership position. I have been doing this for a very, very long time. And my objective of this speech today is for you all to think about negotiating before you actually go into a negotiation.